Hi Vijay, hi Vinayaki, hi Uma Shankar. Hello Shivu, good morning guys. What are you doing today? How are you doing today? Good? All good guys? Hello everyone. Hello guys. Good morning. Good morning guys. Had your breakfast today? Breakfast done guys? Good morning Pallavi. Good morning Kumud. Not yet. Are okay. How many of you just got up guys? Okay, Pooja just got up. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, guys. So come on. Let's start with today's practice exercise. So today we're going to look at a couple of new areas of testing, but mainly today is going to be a revision of all the previous areas that we have discussed. So we're going to do few vocab questions. We're going to do few grammar questions. We're going to do few grammar questions in terms of sentence error spotting. We're going to do a couple of RC passages. We're going to see a couple of new areas. So today is going to be a roundup of all the areas which are involved in your Capgemini tests. Okay, right. Everyone ready for it? Yes, guys. Should we begin? Yeah. Okay, but before this, I want everyone to tell me whether you did the homework, guys. Remember, I had given you an assignment on active passive voice. We had discussed active to passive in class, and I had told you passive to active. Yes, Shivu. So, do you remember that, guys, the active passive assignment? Yes or no? Did anybody try out the assignment? No. Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Great, you remember that. So first let's discuss the assignment and then let's go on with this. Okay. So 1 minute. Let's discuss the assignment first. Okay, can you see this on your screen, everyone? Yep. Okay. Right. Come on. Let's first discuss the assignment. Now, rewrite the following sentences in active voice. Rewrite the following sentences in active voice. So, if you recall the rules that we had discussed, the rules clearly stated that first you have to convert. 1 minute. Okay. Can you tell me what are the three important rules, guys? Active to passive, passive to active. First, interchange what? Interchange what with what? Correct. Okay, so you can see the screen now completely. Okay, correct. First, interchange the subject and the object. So, correct. Okay, so first, interchanging of subject and object. Okay, we have to use the fifth form of the verb. Very good, Rohit. You have to use the fifth form of the verb. Insert the word by. Correct? Insert the word by if it's passive. If it's active, you have to remove the word by. Correct? And you have to use the be form of the verb. The be form of the verb. Correct? Okay, come on. Let's try this out now. First one. The captain of the Indian cricket team was cheered by the crowd. Now, this is passive voice since it has by in it. So, if you want to convert it into active voice, first remove the by. Interchange the subject and the object. So, first the crowd will come, and then will come the captain of the Indian cricket team. Okay, now what would be the verb? The captain of the Indian cricket team was cheered by the crowd. Cheered past tense, simple past tense. So what will you say here? The crowd? The crowd? Come on everyone. The crowd? Guys, come on, pitch in with the right answers. Okay, do one thing, guys. You can go ahead and unmute yourselves and tell me the right answers if it's too much of a stretch to type in the answers. Okay, go ahead, everyone. You can unmute yourself. So, the captain of the Indian cricket team was cheered by the crowd. The crowd were cheered. No, the crowd was not cheered. You can't say the crowd were cheered. The crowd cheered. Yes or no, guys? You have to remove the B form. No. The crowd cheered the captain of the Indian cricket team. The captain of the Indian cricket team was cheered by the crowd. Yes or no? Did you understand the first one, everyone? Clear? Guys, come on. Clear, everyone? Yes. Okay. Second one. And guys, now everyone's gonna like pitch in. Come on. This painting has been praised by the critics. The critics. Correct, Rohit. Yes, exactly. The critics. Waiting, guys, for your answers. This was a homework question. You should have done it. Everyone, come on. The critics dash his painting. The critics dash his painting. Praised the painting. Array, guys, this is not simple past tense. Has been praised. So the critics have praised. Retain the same tense form, na? See, this is simple past tense. So I've written in simple past tense. This is past perfect tense. So it should be written in past perfect tense. Has been praised. That's why I have praised. Now, convert this into passive voice. You should get back this. The critics have praised his painting. His painting has been praised by the critics. You just have to remove the be form. So his painting the critics have praised his painting. Just remove the be form. Yes or no, guys? Did you understand this? Same tense. If it's simple past tense, simple past tense. If it's present perfect tense, present perfect tense. Here, the horse is being. ING is there. So the verb that we write it in should also have the ING in it. Come on, tell me the next one. The horse is being praised by the farmer. The horse is being purchased by the farmer. The farmer, come on, the farmer.
The farmer is purchasing the horse.
Perfect. Very good. What about the others? Very good, Rohit. Correct. Everyone, really see. The farmer is purchasing the horse. ING. Now you're getting it. The tense has to be in the same form. So the farmer is purchasing the horse. Okay, next one. The new tax reforms will be implemented from July. Will. It has will in it. Future. Come on. Now you will tell me, ma'am, where is the subject in it? So if the subject is not there, insert the subject. So tell me, guys, tell me with the subject. Let's say I add the government. Okay, now tell me the government. No, from July, don't change the preposition. The preposition will remain as it is. The government basically the subject was missing here. The new tax reforms will be implemented from July by whom? So I've added a subject. The government will, come on guys, future. What will be the tense? The government will
Implement.
Correct. Very good. The government will implement the new tax reforms from July. The government will implement the new tax reforms from July. So in the options, you will have an option which inserts a subject. So subject is important here. Okay, who will insert in? The government. Who will implement it? The government. So the government will implement the new tax reforms from July. Food from roadside vendors should not be eaten. Who should not eat it? Let's say we. Come on, I've given you the subject. We, remove the be form. We, it's an advice. Come on,
We shouldn't eat food from roadside vendors.
perfect. We should not eat, or we shouldn't eat. We should not eat food from roadside vendors. Correct. Very good. We should not eat food from roadside vendors. By whom has the building been vandalized? Guys, active passive voice. Who will change to whom? Whom will change to who? So who and whom will switch places? Come on. By whom has the building been vandalized? Who? Whom will become who? Who? Who has vandalized means, let's say, spoiled, damaged, destroyed a public property. Waiting, guys. Who has, very good, who has vandalized, who has vandalized this building? Correct. Who has vandalized this building? What was eaten by you for lunch? What was eaten by you for lunch? Make it simpler. What did, come on, what was eaten by you for lunch? What did?
What did you eat? What did you eat for lunch?
Perfect. What did you eat for lunch? Very good. Okay. The entire district was destroyed by the cyclone. The entire district was destroyed by the cyclone. The cyclone, the entire district was destroyed by the cyclone. Simple past tense, destroyed. So the cyclone, very good. The cyclone destroyed the entire city, the entire district. Correct. The cyclone destroyed the entire district. Okay. He will be given a ticket. Will be given, future, be form. He will be given a ticket for overspeeding by the police officer. The police officer, come on, just tell me the verb form. The police officer will give. Very good. The police officer will give a ticket, will give him a ticket for overspeeding. Okay. The forest was going to be cut down for the new hydroelectric project. Who is cutting down the forest? That's not given. So insert a subject. Let's say they, or the department. Come on. They, it says was going to be cut down. ing. They, the forest, for hydroelectric project. They, ing needs to be there. They, plural, were, correct. They were going to cut down the forest. They were going to cut down the forest for the new hydroelectric project. No, you will not say they will cut down. Will is not there here. No, it's just ing. So they, it's past continuous. So was going, were going. They were going to cut down. Why were going? Because they is plural. If I say the department, I will say the department was going to cut down. I'm just eliminating the be form. That's it. The department was going to cut down. They were going to cut down the forest for the new hydroelectric project. Okay. Very easy, guys. They will be. If will is there, only then change it to will again. They will be welcomed by the reception committee. They will be welcomed. Correct. The reception committee will welcome them. Very good. Okay, the reception committee will welcome them. Where was the ferocious man-eating tiger shot dead? Who shot it dead? Let's say the hunter. Come on, use hunter in the sentence and tell me. Now everyone's going to tell me. The subject, let's say hunter. Where was the ferocious man-eating tiger shot dead? Where? Anyone? Come on, guys. Ask a question using where. Where did the... Come on. Everyone, what do you think? Guess, guys. Take a dig at it. Come on. At least try it out. Go ahead, guys. Right, wrong, that's a different matter. Where? Come on, guys. Start the sentence with where. No one? Okay. Why? You will say where did the shoot the ferocious man-eating tiger? That's all. You will ask me, ma'am, why shoot? It's shot here. Shot is past tense. No. So that's why I'm saying where did the hunter? Did is simple past tense. Where did the hunter shoot the ferocious man-eating tiger? Question mark. Yes or no, guys? Did you understand this? Where did the hunter shoot the ferocious man-eating tiger? Did all of you get this? Wake up, guys. Come on. Did all of you get this? Okay. The man who saved the children from the burning house was being cheered by the crowd of onlookers. Was being cheered. ING. But it has to be ING. Come on. The crowd of onlookers. Just tell me the verb form. The crowd of onlookers. The crowd of onlookers. Correct. The crowd of onlookers were cheering. Cheering. ING. Because was being cheered. So the crowd of onlookers were cheering the man who saved the child from the burning house. Okay. The place where he lived had been converted into a hotel. The place where he lived had been converted. Had converted. Come on. The place where he lived had been converted into a hotel by the trustees. The trustees, no, not was converted. It's had converted. The trustees had converted the place where he lived into a hotel. Just remove the be form. Past perfect. Past perfect should only come. Has converted will remain has converted. Had converted will remain had converted. ING will remain ING. You just have to remove been here. So the trustees had converted the place where he lived into a hotel. Clear? Okay, next one. The first fax machines were installed in 1958. Who installed it? We don't know. So just put it as they. Come on. They remove the B form. Where is the B form? This is the B form. Here, this is the B form. Here, this is the B form. They, come on, they. Everyone, tell me the verb form. Come on. They dash the first fax machines in 1958. They installed. Correct. They installed the first fax machines in the year 1958. Correct. The new software can be mastered easily in a couple of days. Who can master? Let's say we. We. Remove the B form. Focus on can. Come on. We dash the new software easily in a couple of days. We dash the new software easily in a couple of days. Can, okay, sorry. The systems, no, can will remain can. We can master the new software easily in a couple of days. Correct, Rohit, yes. So guys, I skipped this, sorry. The system can easily be operated by the ordinary staff. So the ordinary office staff can easily operate. That's all. Just remove the B form. The ordinary office staff can easily operate the systems. Okay. Software for headcount is provided by Shastra. Shastra, the software for headcount is provided. Is present tense. Simple present tense. Come on. The Shastra
Is providing.
very good. Shastra provides. Correct. The Shastra provides simple present tense. Shastra provides the software for headcount. Only if you convert Shastra provides the software, it becomes the software is provided by Shastra. Thapa cannot be stopped by injury. Injury. Thapa cannot be stopped by injury. Injury cannot. Come on. Thapa cannot be stopped by injury. Correct. Injury cannot stop Thapa. Very good. Very good. Okay. 7 moviegoers were booked in the city for disrespecting the national anthem. Now, guys, we have discussed a lot of such sentences. Now, you will tell me. Come on. 7 moviegoers were booked in the city for disrespecting the national anthem. Tell me the entire sentence. Anybody can unmute themselves also if the correct, guys. Come on. Since the sentence is a little lengthy. Come on, guys. Come on. 7 moviegoers were booked in city for disrespecting the national anthem. Who booked them? Add the subject. Who booked them? Add the subject. Who books someone, guys? Who arrests someone? Who books someone? Very good, Susum. Correct. The police booked 7 moviegoers in city for disrespecting national anthem. Correct. The police booked. The police booked 7 moviegoers in the city for disrespecting the national anthem. The police booked. Right, guys? Did you all understand this? Yes or no? Everyone, clear with this? How do you get to know the subject is given or not? Object is given. Subject, Rohit. See, 7 moviegoers were booked. So the verb over here is booked. Correct. Who was booked? 7 moviegoers. Who booked them? That is not given. So the receiver of the action is given. The performer of the action is not given. Thapa cannot be stopped by injury. Who cannot be stopped? Thapa. Okay. Who cannot stop Thapa? Injury. Subject and object both are given. Software for headcount is provided by Shastra. What is provided? Software. Who provides it? Shastra. Performer and receiver both are given. The new software can be mastered. What can be mastered? The new software. Who can master it? Not given. Okay, so the subjects are missing. The performer of the actions were not given. Correct. Okay, very good. Got it? Clear. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's try the new type of, there's another area which comes in your Capgemini recruitment test, which is called sentence rearrangement. Okay, so let's look at sentence rearrangement questions. Come on. Exactly, Rohit. 2 nouns wherein one is the performer of the action and the other one is the recipient of the action. Okay, can all of you see the sentence arrangement questions on your screen now? Yes? All religions, can you see this part on your screen? All religions, okay. See guys, so sentence rearrangement is, if you remember in the basics class, we did something to the effect of para jumbles. Sentence rearrangement is a much simpler form of para jumbles. You get really, the beginning or the opening is given. You get really short phrases. You have to arrange the phrases or clauses in the right order to get a complete sentence. So it's not paragraph rearrangement. It's not para jumble, it's sentence rearrangement. It's just one sentence which has been broken up into 5 parts. Okay, correct guys. Okay, you've started giving me answers also. Very good. The religions are to advance the cause of peace in a holy partnership, justice and freedom bound together. Okay, you want to go with, I'll show you the options later, but you want to go with SQPR. SQPR. Okay. Shreya says SPRQ. Let's try out. The religions are Q says in holy partnership to advance the cause of peace. No guys. Check it out. SQPR. Okay. The religions are bound together in holy partnership to advance the cause of peace, justice, and freedom. Okay, what about the others? Here are your options, guys. SQPR or PS? Okay, it cannot be P, no. The religions are to advance the cause of peace. No, the religions are what? Guys, focus on the words which are similar in nature. Bound together is same as partnership. So bound together and partnership should come together. In which option does bound together, that is S and Q, come together? Which option does S and Q come together? See the options and tell me. In which option does S and Q come together? No, 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 yes. So that's why your answer option is D. Did you all understand this? S and Q have to come together, no? Bound together in what? Bound together in holy partnership. Yes or no? Punctuations will be omitted, guys. It should be in the cause of, to advance the cause of peace, justice, and freedom. Did you all understand this? Bound together in what? Bound together in holy partnership. I need S and Q together. Okay, that is why the answer is option D. Did all of you understand this? Okay, come on. It was true that focus on two sentences which can be linked together. Would never sleep anywhere. Would never sleep anywhere. That's what. So Ritika, how to do this really quickly is focus on just building one pair. Just focus on building one pair. See, it was true that the pet dog would never sleep anyone we once had except on the sofa. Would never sleep anywhere except on the sofa. Q and S is a subset. Yes or no? Q and S is a subset. No, would never sleep anywhere. You're talking about the place. So place where? Except on the sofa. Just focus on Q and S. Q and S, yes. Q and S, no. Q and S, yes. Q and S, yes. Now what we have done is we have chosen a pair which is very common across. Now I want you to focus, guys, on the opener. Come on. It was true that we once had. It was true that except on the sofa, no, it cannot start with S anyway, so this is out. Check for P. It was true that the pet dog. Yes. Now, guys, tell me which one. See the statements and tell me. It was true that, what did you once have? Pet dog. So it was true that the pet dog we once had would never sleep anywhere except on the sofa. Answer is PRSQ. But that's not there. Most of you have been telling me PRSQ. but that's not there. So guys, interchange it. It is true that we once had the pet dog. Correct. Okay, you are going with other options as well. Okay, guys, first I'll try out all your options. So one option we tried out, which is incorrect. What about the others? Okay, Tushal says PRQS. It is true that the pet dog we once had would not sleep. PRQS, yes, but where is it? I'm sorry. Yes, guys. C. Correct. That's the correct option. Correct. It is true that the pet dog we once had would never sleep anywhere except on the sofa. Correct. PRQS. I'm sorry, I misplaced it. Correct. PRQS is there. It could also be, it is true that we once had a pet dog. That's also correct. Okay. Anyway, the answer option is PRQS. Come on. Third one. Recently, containing memorable letters of Churchill. What is containing memorable letters of Churchill? What is containing memorable letters of Churchill? A book, correct. So QP. A book containing memorable letters of Churchill has been published. Has been published by a reputed publisher. Correct. The answer option is QPRS. Very good. Okay, next one. The Indian woman wants what? Wants what? Which should be the opener? Come on, guys. You tell me first which should be the opener. Don't tell me the entire order first. Which should be the next sentence? After the Indian woman wants her rightful place as an equal partner. Her rightful place as an equal partner. So we need the opening pair to be SQ. Which option gives me SQ? Option C. Right? The Indian woman wants what? Her rightful place as what? Her rightful place as an equal partner in a male-dominated society, and it is not too much to demand. Did you understand this, guys? SQ is the opening pair. Okay, little. Frame a pair. Stood by all these years. Stood by whom? By a colleague. Little what? Little did he realize what? That he had been let down. Correct. Little did he realize that he had been let down. RP. RP should be the pair. So correct, guys. The answer option is D. Little did he realize that he had been let down by a colleague. Yes, little did he realize that he was let down. Did he realize that he had been let down by a colleague whom he had stood by all these years? Okay. Next one. A policeman. Focus on abide, guys. Abide will always be followed by the preposition by. To abide, come on, tell me everyone, what's the right answer? A policeman. Which one? Everyone, come on. Okay, after P, guys, I have to blindly put R. To abide by the strict laws of. So PR, no PR, PR. Okay, abide by the strict letters of the law. Correct. A policeman cannot afford to abide. Afford to. SPRQ. A policeman cannot afford to abide by the strict laws of the law if he has to do well. Correct. The answer option is SPRQ. Hey guys, but that's not there. Though the sentence would be correct, but that's not there. Okay, I'm sorry. SPRQ is there. I'm so sorry, guys. Correct. The answer option is FB. Correct, correct, correct. So a policeman cannot afford to abide by the strict letters of the law if he has to do well. Okay, the effectiveness of a film. Guys, your answers are pouring in, which is very good. Wonderful, guys. The effectiveness of a film is judged by what? By the needs of the audience. And it's in relation to what? Its theme. So come on, focus on the prepositions. The effectiveness of a film is judged by the needs of the audience and it is in relation to its theme. QPRS. The answer option is QPRS. Yeah, by can be followed by its. See, here its does not mean your IT apostrophe S. It is. No. It means its. For example, let's say you're talking about its as in a plant. Okay. Going by its length or going by its height, we can say that, or going by its the width of its trunk, we can say that it's an old tree. So going by its, correct. It's what? Its theme. It's what? Its trunk. It's what? Its height. So here it means possession. It's what? Did you understand this? It cannot be followed by it is. Going by it is. That would be incorrect. But it can be followed by its. Okay, why not QSRP? Let's check QSRP. Okay, the effectiveness of a film is judged by its theme and its relation to the needs of the audience. Let's see, guys. This could be a better subset. Let's check. Okay, 1 minute. Let's compare both. Come on, let's compare both. The effectiveness of a film is judged by the needs of its audience and its relation to its theme. Okay, now guys, when I put RS together, most of you said RS, but correct, it sounds good, but then what happens is its relation to its theme. What relation to what's theme? This it's and it's, when it's repeated twice, it gets confusing. So I prefer to go with Rohit's suggestion. Good, Rohit. The effectiveness of a film is judged by its theme. The effectiveness of a film is judged by its theme, the film's theme, and its relation, the film's relation to the needs of the audience. Correct. It's better if you phrase it as SRP. Very good. Correct. Did all of you understand this? Correct, guys. Those who said PRS, are you clear, guys? SRP? Very good. Did you understand this, guys? So that the noun is the film and the pronoun is its. Did all of you get this? Yes or no? Yep. Okay. Come on. Next one. I read an advertisement that said, focus on are available, what are available. Fully furnished rooms. Very good. SR is a subset. How PR? SR, no? Posh air conditioned are available. Posh air conditioned what are available? Rooms. So rooms are available. SR is definitely a subset, not PR. Fully furnished adjectives. What are the other adjectives to describe the room? Posh, air conditioned. Okay. You want to go with PSRQ. Let's check. I read an advertisement that said that posh, air conditioned, fully furnished rooms, correct? PSR, posh, air conditioned, fully furnished adjectives. Rooms are available for gentlemen of taste. Correct. Are available for gentlemen of taste. Correct. The answer option is PSRQ. Okay, next one. The statement, the statement, the statement in order to understand what, you must listen carefully. Why will be made just once. What will be made just once? The statement will be made just once. Therefore, you must listen carefully in order to understand what the speaker has said. Okay. Some of you feel QRSP. What about the others? Some have said SPRS, QRSP. What about the others? Sorry, SPR. What? How can it be SPRS, guys? Check once again. Check. It can't be SPRS. The statement, SPRQ. Okay. Most of you are going with SPRQ. Correct. The statement will be made just once. Therefore, you must listen carefully in order to understand what the speaker has said. If you go with QRSP, it says the statement, what the speaker has said. In order to understand, no. The statement will be, what will be made just once? The statement. So definitely S is your opener. So answer is SPRQ. Okay, next one. The house about half a mile distant that stands in front of us was built of stones, which were dug out of its own site. Come on, guys. The house arrangement. Come on, guys. Come on. QRSP. Come on, guys. What do you think? QPRS. Okay, what about the others? Guys, a lot of you are giving me varied answers. QRSP, QPRS. QRSP, QPRS. Tell me, guys, conclusively, what do you think? Okay, let's understand this. Now, see, guys, ideally, the sentence should have started with P, but none of the options give it to you as P. So, about half a mile distant. Okay, now let's play by the options. If you say QS, About half a mile distance was built of stones. No, you can't say half a mile distance was built of stones. The distance was not built of stones. The house was built of stones. P and S should definitely come together. P and S should definitely come together. Now, but if you play with the options, guys, if you play with the options, only B gives you P and S together. Okay, let's see if the other orders might also fit in. Let's see QPRS. About half a mile distant, the house which were dug out of its own. How can you say P and R? P and R. The house that stands in about half a mile distance, the house that stands in front of us. Correct. Okay, guys. P and R can also make sense. The house that stands in front of us. Okay. Okay. 1 minute, guys. I'm not able to see the question and the answer on the same screen. 1 minute. And most of you are typing it. 1 minute, guys. Hold on. Let me just, yeah. Okay, guys. Let's play by the options. See, definitely the house P that stands in front of us R was built of stones S. All talk about the house. We have to check this arrangement. Stones is plural, which were dug. S and R should definitely come together. R and S should definitely come together. One second, guys. There's an L. Okay. Just give me a minute. Yes or no, guys? Did you understand why QP cannot be a subset? It cannot be in front of you and be half a mile distant. Okay, so that's why the answer option is QRSP. Okay. Right, guys. Clear? The sentence, the way the question is being framed can be a little confusing, but yeah, the house is common over here. This seems a lot better and coherent. Okay, anyway, the house, P becomes about half a mile distant. Q that stands in front of us, R was built of stones, and S were dug out of its own site. Okay. Okay, guys, clear? Any doubts with this? Okay. Let's go to the next area, everyone. These are the questions which have appeared, simulations of them in terms of synonyms, antonyms, and vocabulary mixed bag. Come on, everyone. I want us to answer this really quickly and really fast. Come on. I hope all of you can see the presentation. First one. Mark the option that is closest in meaning to the word abnegate. Focus on the root word. Abnegate. N-E-G. Focus on the root word. Abnegate. Come on. Or I'll do one thing, guys. I'll show you all the questions. Let's do this entire set together and then we'll discuss it. Okay, about 10 questions. I want you to write down the answers for all the 10 questions and then we'll discuss it. Because everyone's going to start typing in, so I cannot. Come on, guys, let's see. First, we'll do it as a quiz. Come on. Mark down your answers for all the 10 and then we'll discuss it. Then let's see how many did you get right. First question. Hope you've marked it out. Second one, very easy, very basic, very simple, very elementary. All based on PYQs. Okay, should not take you more than 15 seconds, guys. Next one. If you do not know the meaning of totalitarian, see the options. Also try to figure out through the options, guys. Many times the options help us. Focus on the root word, bene, born. Sure, Rohit, we'll discuss that. Okay, done everyone? Come on, let's try this out. Now see guys, there are two things that you have to remember, actually three things that you have to remember when you're discussing or when you're attempting synonyms and antonyms questions. Point number one, guys, first I want you to remember that it's very important to classify the words into positive or negative. Understand the connotation of the word. Understand the connotation of the word, guys. For example, if I give you two words, sympathy and pity, can you tell me which has a positive connotation and which has a negative connotation? Sympathy and pity. Which is positive, which is negative? Correct. Sympathy has a positive connotation, pity has a negative connotation. Similarly, when I give you the word abnegate, it has any G in it. Neg, for example, negative, neglect. It has a positive connotation or a negative connotation? Tell me. It has a positive connotation or a negative connotation? Negative connotation. Okay, then eliminate those options which have a positive connotation. Continue will be out. Assert is out. Assert is to put your point strongly. So assert is out, continue is out. So either renounce or give up. Now both of these are closed, guys. Now what comes into handy is also your root words. Very good. Good, Pooja. Root words. So when you say any G as a root word, guys, in the list of 100 root words that I've given to you, we have discussed the word abnegate as well. And I've told you abnegate means to deny. The king has abnegated his throne. Any G as a root word means not or deny. Root words come in handy, guys. So not or deny. So abnegate means deny. Which one means deny? Give up does not mean deny. Renounce means deny. So the king has abnegated his throne. The king has given up his throne. But you cannot say that, okay, now let's say, guys, you've given an exam, let's say 20, 30 times, and now you've just given up. You cannot say I've abnegated the exam. Abnegate means to renounce. That means, you're not, for example, the king abnegated his throne. He's not interested in it anymore, or he's interested in something else. He has abdicated it. Abdicated it. Okay, correct. So the closest in meaning is definitely renounce. So point number one, guys, positive, negative classification of both the questions and options is important. But ultimately, guys, you can get your answer only through root words. So I want you to, elimination can happen based on positive, negative, but ultimately it all boils down to root words. And I've given you the list of almost 100 plus root words. So you have to start going through that. Okay, the third thing that I want you to remember, guys, first is connotation, second is root word, and the third thing we'll put into practice when we come to the, it's playing by the options. We'll see that. There are some questions where we can utilize that. Come on, second one. Mark humble. No points for guessing this, guys. Humble. Humble. It's a positive word. It cannot be boasting. Boasting is negative. Correct. Humble is not to do with confidence, so it cannot be assertive or bold. Humble is to do with being modest or polite. Correct. Totalitarian. Now see guys, the third method. Play by the options. Authoritarian and dictatorial is the same. Autocratic and dictatorial is the same. Option A, C and D are the same. How are you going to choose between them? Autocrat is also one-man rule. Dictator is also one-man rule. Authoritarian regime is also one-man rule or authority. So how are you going to choose between A, C and D? No, Pooja, it can't be authoritarian. If you're going with authoritarian, why aren't you going with dictatorial? Why aren't you going with autocratic? So the answer option has to be democratic. Because that's the only, so three options are similar in nature. How are you going to choose between them, among them? So that's why your answer option will be democratic. Did all of you get this, guys? Suppose you did not know the meaning of totalitarian, but anyway, you have to break it down. Total control, one man. But anyway, if you did not know the meaning of totalitarian, if you did not know whether it's positive or negative, then options will be your clue. Okay, come on, next one. Closest to the opposite. Basically, they're asking you the opposite of fickle. Farmers should not be dependent on fickle monsoons. Okay, guys, what is fickle? Positive word or negative word? Positive or negative? Negative, because it says you should not be dependent on. It's negative. So answer cannot be. So opposite of negative will have to be positive. So answer cannot be capricious. Capricious cannot be the answer. Unsteady cannot be the answer. Now guys, dependent on dash monsoons. How can you say benign monsoon? How can it be benign? Benign is something which, can benign go with monsoons? Then opposite of benign should be malign. Does fickle mean malign monsoons, bad monsoons? No, you're basically talking about unsteady or unstable monsoons, like fluctuating monsoons, unpredictable monsoons. So opposite of unpredictable will be stable, which fits better in the context as well, because you have a sentence to guide you. Okay, so fickle basically means unpredictable. So the opposite of unpredictable is stable. It's not about good or bad. It's not about good or bad. It's about sometimes the monsoons can come, sometimes they are late, sometimes they are early, sometimes they are light, sometimes they are heavy. So you should not depend on such unpredictable monsoons. So opposite will be stable. Did all of you get this? Sure, Ma Shankar. You don't have it from the basics class. Anyway, I'll share it with you. But no, Tushal, it says closest to the opposite in meaning. Opposite is antonym. Closest to the antonym will become closest to the antonym. Correct? Okay. Next one. Mark the option which is closest to the meaning of the word given below, tenacity. Now, suppose you do not know the meaning of tenacity. You should know because the root word has been shared. But let's say, suppose you do not know the meaning of tenacity. Play by the options. Slack. The business is going through the slack season, slow season, lazy, negative. Idle. You're idle. You're not doing anything. Negative. Obduracy. Obdurate, indolence. Guys, what was the meaning of the root word dole? If you remember, we had discussed this in class as well. Doleful, doldrums, condolence, doler. What was the meaning of dole? No one? Indolence is also lazy, guys. So how are you going to choose between slackness, lazy, indolence, and idleness? All the three mean the same. All the three means just sitting and doing nothing. So what is your answer option? Idle, you know. You know your computer is idle, your screen is idle. Slack season, you know. Indolence, we've done this. Lazy. So which is your answer option? You cannot choose between A, B, and D. So correct. The answer option will be obduracy. Tenacity basically means determination. Ants are very tenacious. Not yet shared. Okay, I'll make sure. I'll inform. I'll inform and you will get the list. Okay. Definitely. Yes, you will get the list again. So it can't be slackness, it can't be idleness, it can't be indolence. So that's why the answer option is determination or obduracy. Okay, next one. Gather. No points for guessing this, guys. Gather cannot be divide. Gather cannot be disperse. Gather has to be collect or unite. Correct. Okay. Though he was born in the dash surroundings of slums, focus on the context of slums. We need a negative word. Sorry, this is a negative word. Now you need the closest to the opposite. So opposite of something negative should be positive. Which word, guys? Which is the only word that's positive? Which is the only word that's positive? Correct. Clean. Clean is the only word that's positive. Clear, guys? Did you understand this? Play by the options. That is very crucial. Did all of you get this? Yes or no? All of you understood this, guys? Squalid of the slums. Negative. So clean. Okay, next one. What do you think, guys? Come on. What is your answer? Focus on the root word. Fallacy. Where have I heard this before? 1 minute. Where have I heard this before? Fal. Closest, not opposite. Closest. Fal. Fal means, let's say, false. Closest to false. And if you're going with truth, why not accuracy? Same, na? Deception. Correct. Fallacy is to, correct, deceive someone, cheat someone. Something which is wrong, something which is fallacious. Correct. Play by the options, guys. Irksome. Irksome. Appease, positive. Satisfy, alleviate, positive. Alleviate your pain, reduce your pain. Mollify, positive. Your parents are mollifying you, pampering you, treating you very softly, cajoling you. Correct. Aggravate. Irk is to irritate or anger. Aggravating is something which is very severe, worsening or irritating or angering. Correct. The answer option is aggravating. Irksome, irritating, annoying. Okay, guys, clear. Any doubts with these questions? Yes or no, guys? Clear? So understand positive, negative. See the options, guys. If two options are the same in the meaning, how are you going to select between them? Okay, clear. Very good. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'll share the next screen. Sure, Rohit, we'll do that. Okay, guys, sentence correction, error identification exercise on your screen. Okay, come on, guys. I want you to start practicing it. Come on, let's do this together. First one. The committee was divided in its opinion regarding the new regulations for the National Health Protection Scheme. Come on. You have to spot the error. Guys, chalo, I'll make it easier for you. Which part has the error? A, B, C, D. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which part has the error? No, you cannot say was divided into its opinion. You can say was divided into 3 parts, was divided into 4 parts, but not was divided into its opinion. Come on, guys. 3. Why? Okay, committee, guys. Is it singular or plural? Committee refers to a group of people, right? It's a collective noun. Is it singular or plural? Is it singular or plural? Plural. Committee is plural. It's a collective noun. Collective nouns, for example, family, team, jury, board. You don't say the team are playing the match. You say the team is playing the match. Singular. Then, correct, no? Committee was divided in its opinion. Sure, you want to mainly focus on subject-verb agreement. Okay, guys, come on. We'll discuss a few sentences and I will teach you subject-verb agreement once. See this. There are 11 rules to subject-verb agreement. I'll give you all the 11 rules. The committee was divided in its opinion regarding the new regulations. Now see, guys, though committee is a collective noun, it says divided. Divided means what, guys? Is it together or separated? What do you mean by divided? Are they together or separated? The same committee is now split into different groups. Yes or no? It's divided. It's been split up. Yes or no, guys? So, was divided will become were divided. Its opinion will become their opinion. So, it will be the committee were divided in their opinion regarding the new regulations. Only because of the word divided. Otherwise, committee is a singular noun. But just because of divided, it will become were. The committee were divided in their opinion. Did all of you understand this? Because divided means that they are no longer collective. Did all of you get this? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Clear? Okay, our office has purchased new furnitures. Come on. Come on, guys. Singular, plural. We've discussed this, so tell me. Our office has purchased new furnitures. There is no word in the entire English dictionary as furnitures. So what should it be? Correct. Our office has purchased new furniture. There is no way, guys. There is no way as furnitures. You can say new pieces of furniture or just new furniture. The company owns a fleet of aircrafts. Come on, we have done this. If you remember, we discussed singular plural, guys, in the basics class. Come on, very good. There is no word as aircrafts. Singular, plural, both is aircraft. The informations provided. Again, there is no word as informations. Very good. It should be the information provided by. Okay, he went back to the store to return the trouser as they were too tight. Is there a word as trouser? I've not heard it. What should it be? He went back to the store to return the. He went back to the store, but it says they were too tight. They means plural. Pair would become one pair of trousers would become singular. No, one pair. Return the trousers. That's all. Pants, trousers, as they were too tight. Correct. This scissor is not sharp enough. Now it's is. So what is the singular? First of all, there's no word as scissor. It should have been scissors. But what is the singular of scissors? This pair of scissors. This pair of scissors. Remember, guys, why pair is singular for trousers and scissors? Because pair means two legs. Scissors means two blades. Okay, the team did not win the match as it was split into two groups. Split into two groups. To split up into two groups. The collective noun has now become plural. Same as the first sentence. What would be the correction? Come on, everyone. What would be the correction here? Everyone? Correct. Very good, Kumut. The team did not win the match as they were split. Very good, Rohit. It will become they, was will become were. Singular will become plural. The case will be soon resolved or will soon be resolved as the police is looking into the matter. Focus on police. Police, singular or plural? Come on, police, singular or plural? Very good. Are looking. Police, plural. There are many gold fishes in the water. Guys, we discussed this. There's nothing as fish. Fishes means different varieties of fish. Here you're talking about the same variety. So what would it be? There are many gold. Very good. There are many goldfish in the water. Same variety, singular, plural is fish. Fishes means different varieties of fish. How many offsprings do Ramesh have? First of all, there's no word is offsprings. Correct. Offspring, child, children, one child, 10 children, 15 children. Offspring. How many offspring do Ramesh have? Very good. Does Ramesh have? Ramesh is singular. So how many offspring does Ramesh have? He does his homework. How many children does he have? Manju's and Anju's beauty parlor. There's only one beauty parlor, which both Manju and Anju own jointly. Come on. Anju and Manju both own the same beauty parlor. There's only one parlor. Why using two apostrophes? Two apostrophes means two parlors. One is Manju's, one is Anju's. How would you write this now, guys? Come on, tell me. I've told you the error. Tell me. Waiting, guys. Tell me the correction. Correct. Manju and Anju's. Only one apostrophe. The Presidents of India speech. No. The complete title of the person is President of India. So you will say the President of India's speech. No. Whose speech? President of India's speech. This is a complete title. So put the apostrophe after the title. The President of India apostrophe S speech. The table's leg is broken. We discussed this when we did possessive case. Table's leg. Apostrophe means ownership. The table does not own the leg. When you're talking about non-living objects, there is no concept of possession and ownership. Very good. Wonderful, guys. The leg of the table. Very good. The hungry children ate many breads. Breads is not countable. You cannot say I ate many breads. You cannot say I ate two breads. You will say ate many slices of bread. Correct. Or loaves of bread or rolls of bread. Then they become countable. Correct. All the bread. Okay, that's also correct, Rohit. Correct. But the hungry children, if you want to put it as countable, ate many slices of bread or loaves of bread. Okay, next one. Oh, sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, next one. This house is made of stones. This house is made of stones. It would be better to say that made up of, no. See guys, I agree that when you say stones, if it's a small house, you could make it out of pieces and pieces of stone. You can put it together. But generally guys, see, I cannot say the table is made of woods. I do not say it's made of steels. I cannot say the bag is made of cottons. What do I say? It's made of wood, it's made of steel. Correct. So the house is made of stone. You're talking about the material here and not the individual pieces. You're talking about the material here. So this house is made of stone. Very good, Shreya. Come on, next one. Rickets generally occur due to a deficiency of vitamin D. Rickets usually occur. Rickets is the name of one disease, so it's singular. Rickets generally occur. It occur due to? Very good. Occurs due to. Wonderful. Occurs is singular. It occurs due to. Okay. 10 scores boxes of apple are kept on the table. 1 dozen is equal to 12. 1 score is equal to a set of 20. So what will you say? 10 scores boxes. Suppose instead of score, I had the word dozen. What would you say? Excellent, Rohit. You'll say 10 dozen apples. Similarly, 10 score boxes. Correct. You're referring to a unit of measurement, a set of 20. Okay, next one. We cannot go further as the car's tire. No, guys, just as you cannot say table's leg, you cannot say car's tire. What should it be? We cannot go further as the tire of the car. Very good. Both China and India's representatives. One apostrophe. You've used one apostrophe here. When I say Anju and Manju's beauty parlor, that means both Anju and Manju own the same beauty parlor. So both China and India's representatives. Do China and India have the same representatives? Very good. There should be two separate S's. Both China's and India's representatives. China has its own representatives, India has its own representatives, so both should have their own apostrophes. Okay, he has 20 years experience. What should I add here? How many years experience? Correct, of. He has 20 years of experience. You are required to make a careful analysis of the report before submitting it. You are required to make a careful analysis of the report before submitting it. A careful analysis. A is singular. Analysis. SIS. SIS is singular. SES is plural. Because it says a careful, you will say a is singular. So the spelling should be analysis SIS. Okay, the jury took its seat. Jury is a collective noun for group of judges. Understand the context and tell me the answer. Correct, Shreya. Come on, everyone. Very good, Pooja. All the members of the jury will not sit on the same chair. They will sit on their own chairs. So the jury took their seat. Okay, my husband is now articles, guys. Articles, correct. My husband is an American, vowel sound, professor in the University of Michigan. Whenever university comes first, you will put the University of Bangalore, the University of Michigan, the University of Mysore. Otherwise, you can just say is a professor in Michigan University. But if the word university comes first, you will put the. Edward, hero of the novel, travels to West Indies in search of gold. Edward, hero of the novel. Hero of the novel is like his title in the novel. Like you say, dash CEO, dash MD. Edward, the hero of the novel. It's a title. The CEO, the MD, the principal, the hero, the director, the producer. Srinivas' friend Mohan. Srinivas' friend Mohan. How would you write this, guys? Whose friend is Mohan? Come on, everyone. Very good. Srinivas's friend. Apostrophe will come after the S because the last letter is already an S. Correct. Srinivas's friend. Sachin Tendulkar scored a century in the first inning of the match. Come on, all you cricket fans out there, tell me the right usage of this sentence. Sachin Tendulkar scored a century in the first inning of the match. Correct. There is no word as innings, inning, guys. It's always innings, whether it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. Correct. Srinivas's friend Mohan is an astronaut. Correct. An astronaut as well. Correct. Okay. First innings. Ahmedabad is famously known as, this is a title that I've given Ahmedabad. So before titles, what should we put? Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the Iron Man of India. So Ahmedabad is famously known as, within the quotes, the Manchester of India. Correct. Republic of Congo. Remember before Republic, Union, United. United States of America, United Kingdom, Soviet Union, Republic of China, Czech Republic, Republic of Congo. Correct. Before United Union and Republic, we put the. So you will say the Republic of Congo. He plays guitar. His sister plays violin. Before musical instruments, what would you do? He plays guitar. His sister plays violin. Okay, but semicolon means contradiction or while. It's the same thing. Semicolon can replace while here. Guys, put the before musical instruments. He plays the guitar. His sister plays the violin. We have to put the before musical instruments. Ramnath Kovind was elected president as. Okay, the as will not come, guys. You can just say elected. Okay, the President of India. India capital, President capital. My daughter goes to school by bus. Which word is unnecessary here? My daughter goes to school by bus. Correct. You will not say the school, you will just say school. You're referring, correct. Remove the. Very good. Nelson Mandela, who led Gandhian revolution against apartheid, achieved notable success. Anyone? A notable success. No, you can't say achieved a success. No, achieved success. Nelson, okay, guys, did Nelson Mandela lead the actual Gandhian revolution? Who led the actual Gandhian revolution? No, not the Gandhian. Because when I say the Gandhian revolution, the actual Gandhian revolution, the specific one, was led by Mahatma Gandhi. Then how can I say Nelson Mandela led the Gandhian revolution? Nelson Mandela though was not involved, no, in India's Gandhian revolution. You will say Nelson Mandela who led a Gandhian revolution. A Gandhian revolution means a similar one. The Gandhian revolution means the actual one. Did you understand the difference, guys? Nelson Mandela. If two friends are fighting, you will not say this is the First World War. No, this is a world war. A world war means similar to a world war, like a world war. So you will say Nelson Mandela, who led a Gandhian revolution. Did you understand this? You can't say the Gandhian revolution because it's not the actual Gandhian revolution. You will say a Gandhian revolution, a similar one, a non-violent one, a bloodless one. Did all of you understand this? Yes or no? Clear, everyone? Okay. Right, guys, last couple of sentences. Wait, let me pick out some for you. 1 minute, guys. Okay, come on. Quickly, guys. Megha goes to the temple every Sunday. Let's try out till 40, everyone. Come on. Megha goes to the temple every Sunday. It's not specified, no, which temple. So Megha goes to temple every Sunday and the temple she goes to. Now here you're referring to a specific temple. In the first case, you're correct. No, you can just say, yeah, you can say Megha goes to temple every Sunday. No, you can't say, yeah, correct. You can't say a temple because if you say a temple means any temple, then here you can't say the temple. So Megha goes to temple, he goes to church, he goes to mosque, like that. So Megha goes to temple every Sunday. You're referring to it as a place of worship. The temple refers to a specific place of worship. Okay, please add 3 spoonsful. Remember, we discussed this. What's the plural of spoonful, guys? Please add 3 spoonfuls. Good. Mouthful, mouthfuls. Spoonful, spoonfuls. All my brother-in-laws. What's the plural of brother-in-laws? All my, plural of brother-in-law, guys. All my brothers-in-law. Correct. All my brothers-in-law will be present at my parent-in-law's wedding anniversary. Parents-in-law, whose wedding anniversary? Parents-in-law's wedding anniversary. He applied for a home loan. He applied for a home loan. We have done this, guys, when we discussed the difference between home and house when we were doing the right usage. Just in the previous, the first class of this second stretch of our course. He applied for a home loan. Home and house. Home is the environment. Home is the family. Home is the atmosphere. You don't take the loan to build a family or the atmosphere. You take the loan to build a physical structure. So what should it be? Yeah, correct. Correct, Ritika. It's correct. Correct. It should be he applied for a housing loan, not home loan. When companies say home loan, it's just a marketing trick to tell you that you're buying the whole package, the love, the care, the environment, the homeliness. But otherwise, it should be he applied technically, grammatically, a housing loan. Okay, this is Raju's my driver's house. Raju, who's Raju, my driver? Who's my driver? Raju. Same person. Why are you putting 2 apostrophes? You will say this is Raju, my driver's house. Correct. I, you and he have been selected to represent. Remember, whenever it's positive. Guys, whenever it's positive, what will be the order? I, you and he. Whenever it's positive, what will be the order? I, you and he. Correct. It should be he, you and I. Put the donkey last whenever it's positive. He, you, and I. I will come at the last. Okay. It was me who broke the window. Do you say me broke the window? It was me who broke the window. Do you say me broke the window? Correct. It was I who broke the window. Let he and she help Ramesh complete the project. Focus on the word let. Do you say let he help me? Let he help? Okay, you can say then let them left, or you can also say let him and her help. Him and her. Very good, Shreya. Correct, Rohit. Either you say let them help, or you can say let him and her help. Okay, clear, guys? Clear all the 40 sentences? Now, I'll take you through subject-verb agreement. Okay. Now, guys, there are 11 rules when it comes to subject-verb agreement. Okay, kindly note it down. See, guys, the basic rule of subject-verb agreement is if the subject is singular subject will take a singular verb. A singular subject takes a singular verb. For example, he is playing cricket. They are playing cricket. A singular subject will take a singular verb. But a plural subject will take a plural verb. They are playing cricket. So this is a basic rule of subject-verb agreement. If the the verb always depends on the subject. Okay. So if the performer is singular, verb will be singular. If the performer or the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. This is the basic rule. Now, there are certain exceptions or certain applications to these rules. Let's see. Whenever you're talking about uncountable nouns, you tell me, uncountable nouns. For example, water. What do you say? Water is precious or water are precious? Uncountable nouns. Let's say water. Water is precious or water are precious? Water is precious or water are precious? Come on, guys, correct. Water is precious or water are precious? So, uncountable nouns are always going to take a singular verb. You will say water is precious. Uncountable nouns. But when I say 2 bottles of water, there are, because the focus is on bottles then. But if you're just using uncountable nouns, you have to treat it as singular. Okay, then when you're talking about collective nouns, like we just now did, committee, team, jury, collective nouns are also always singular. The team is playing the match, the committee is discussing the proposal, unless there is a word like divided or split up, which shows that the committee is no longer together or the team is no longer together. Unless there is a division which indicates that they are no longer collective, collective nouns will always take a singular verb. Okay, next one. Distributive pronouns. What are distributive pronouns? Example, guys, all the ones and the bodies. For example, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, everyone, everybody. Such words, each, every. These words, are they singular or plural? Someone is knocking on the door or someone are knocking on the door? Correct, is. So all of these, because the focus is on one or every single body or individual. So they also take a singular verb. Okay, clear, guys? These first 5 points. Singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb, uncountable nouns take a singular verb, collective nouns take a singular verb, distributive pronouns take a singular verb. Okay, when you're referring to a specific quantity, distance, basically a unit of measurement, singular. Okay, for example, 10 kilometers is a long distance to run. 20 kgs is heavy to lift. So whenever you're talking about a specific quantity, distance, or unit of measurement, you have to use a singular verb. So 10 kgs is heavy to lift. Did you understand this, all of you? Till here, till the sixth one. Clear, everyone? Clear? Yes or no, guys? Clear, everyone? Yes. Okay. Now, guys, I'm going to take you through the last set of rules for subject-verb agreement, which are very important. Okay. Subject-verb agreement from the perspective of conjunctions. We have done this. I want you to recall and tell me. Guys, whenever I'm using the conjunctions and, singular verb or plural verb, Ram and Sham, Pooja and Rohit have understood the topic. Ritika and Pooja have given the answer. So whenever I'm using and, I will use a plural verb. If I use an or, I will use a singular verb. Okay, yes, Ritika, I'll repeat distributive pronouns. Whenever your distributive pronouns means each, every, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, all of these are treated as singular. Each child is special. Every person has to vote. Everyone has to vote. Everybody has to vote. Someone is knocking on the door. Somebody is knocking on the door. Anyone is allowed to be a part of the gathering. Anybody is allowed to be a part of the gathering. Why? Because the focus is on every single individual. Correct. Nobody as well. Correct. None, nobody. All of these words are singular. All the ones and bodies and each, every, all of these words are singular. Okay. Or takes a singular verb, guys. For example, if I say Ritika or Shreya, means not both of them, one of them. And means both of them, or means any one of them. So that's why or takes a singular verb. Okay, when you use conjunctions like as well as, along with, together with, accompanied by, as well as, along with, together with, accompanied by. For example, the CM as well as the ministers. Always remember that the important subject will come first. CM is important, so CM should come first. Whenever you're using these conjunctions, important subject should come first. Now guys, will it be is present in the meeting or are present in the meeting? What will it be? Is present or are present? The CM as well as the ministers, it will be is present or are present? Are, no, no guys. Whenever you're using these conjunctions, remember that the focus is always on the first subject. The first subject is the important subject and that subject only will decide the verb. CM is singular, so it will be is present. Did you understand this, guys? It always depends upon the first subject. The first subject is the important subject and the first subject decides the verb. So the CM as well as the ministers is present. Did all of you understand this? Yes or no? Clear, guys? Still here? Okay, last rule for subject verb agreement. If you're using either or, either the CM or the ministers, then it depends on the second subject. So you will say are present. Either the CM or the ministers are present. If you're using either or, then the focus will be on the second subject. If you're using as well as, etc., the focus will be on the first subject. Either the CM or the ministers are present. The focus will be on the second subject. Clear, everyone? Got it, guys? Yes or no? So these are the 11 important rules of subject-verb agreement. Same. Either or, neither nor, good point. Either or, neither nor, same rule. But remember, guys, if I'm just using either, for example, either of the two brothers is coming. You will say is coming to the party because either means any one. Okay, but here I'm talking about either or. There's a difference. Here there is only either. Here there is either or, neither nor. In that case, the second subject will decide the verb. So either or, neither nor. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys? Okay. Okay, guys. So I will be sharing the PDFs and the notes with you. It's only, I didn't get you, Ritika. If it's only either. If it's only either, singular. If it's only either, singular. Okay. If it's only either and neither, singular. Okay. Okay, guys. So I will be sharing these. Right, everyone. So I will be sharing these notes with you. Okay, so do get back in case of any queries. But see, guys, when you talk about Capgemini recruitment test in terms of verbal ability, it is not that difficult. It is it's simple. Even if you look at the synonyms and antonyms, you can easily do them through the root words, which I will share it with you. So, guys, the topics or the areas, remember carefully: synonyms, antonyms, understanding the meaning of the word from the context or from the sentence given. Okay, sentence rearrangement, reading comprehension, grammar. All types of grammar questions. Like we discussed, whether it's error identification, whether it's sentence replacement, it's error spotting, all of this, guys. It's basically grammar, vocab, reading comprehension, and sentence arrangement. Clear, everyone? Did you understand this? So do try it out. Give as many mocks as possible, guys. Give as many sample papers as possible. Try out as many tests as possible. Okay, and then all the best. Clear, everyone? Yes, if you do have any doubts, do reach out. The material will definitely reach you out. Okay, clear, guys. So all the best. Hope you really crack the exam. And all the best, guys. All the best for your recruitment round, GD, PI, everything. All the best, guys. And hopefully we have some future, not few, we have all future Capgemini employees here. Okay, guys? Come on. Bye-bye, guys. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Take care. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Rahul. Bye, Rohit. Bye, Ma Shankar. Thanks. Bye-bye, Ritika. Take care, Tushal. Bye-bye. Bye, Ritika. Bye, guys. Take care, everyone.